What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a better trade day than me. It wasn't the worst trading day. It was just a really frustrating one. I was just disappointed in myself that I couldn't see it. I had one loss, one break even day. Honestly, this is like the more that I recap, the more that I look at it, it could have been just like a one win day, so easily, bro. But my model was there, my confidences were there. It's just like it was so dumb. Like this kind of just tells me I'm just right there, bro. I'm telling you, I almost have it, but I just don't at the same time, and it just takes an extra bit of practice, an extra bit of back testing, an extra bit of journaling, an extra bit of just staying calm, staying emotionless, being confident. Whenever you see your model just entering off of it, it's right there, bro, and I just can't do it. Like, or not can't do it. I just haven't done it yet, and I'm confident I will. But today was just it was right there, bro. Let me just tell you. Just get into it real quick. So yeah, break even on the not break even, but basically break even because it was one loss and then one kind of partial that I took. So yeah, down 157. This account actually, um, I was in like I think I was like $300 away from blowing it, like $400 away from blowing it. But the last time I blew my account, like when I posted my video, that video of blowing my account, right after I blew that account, I'm not gonna lie, that day where I was crashing out, I reset that account and I was trading on again. And the first day I lost like 1,400. And then obviously I've done well. I did well and I got out of drawdown the past week. And I was at like 50.100, 200. And then to this week I've lost like 600. Yeah, 600. But honestly, I've taken like two, three trades this week. And so to lose 600, I think isn't terrible. I think I've been mitigating my losses pretty well. I think one trade that will because I usually have like bigger RR trades, and so I'm looking just for that one win to kind of cover the losses for the week. But yeah, rough week, bro. Honestly, I thought price action today was hard at first, but now that I'm looking back on it, it was really really simple. So yeah, kind of hard today, very frustrating. But let me just get into it real quick. All right, so daily bias. Coming into today, I was leaning bearish because of the fact that we were respecting this daily provide gap. We kind of had a market structure shift. Yesterday as well, along with to start off the week. But the big things here were the recognition of me to recognize the weekly market profile, which was the midweek reversal profile. So Monday, Tuesday, we push higher. Essentially the same thing we did last week, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we push higher. Thursday, we manipulate the highs, and then we expand lower. Monday, Tuesday, push higher. Wednesday, we manipulate the highs, push lower. Thursday, we expand lower. Friday, I'm expecting us to expand lower as well. Um, yeah, or Friday usually we get a small retracement, but for the most part, I'm expecting it for it to be bearish tomorrow as well. But yeah, because of that, we were bearish. We were leaning bearish. And then on the 1 hour, this is another big confluence was we had a 1 hour unicorn model, which is like textbook, right? A higher time frame unicorn model is like perfect, and then in addition to that, it just gets worse. Let me just trust me. As I go down into the time frames, it just gets more obvious, and you honestly just might start hating me for losing today, but don't worry. I don't Y'all won't hate me more than I hate myself right now. But it's okay. So we get a stop hunt liquidity. We get a liquidity stop hunt here. We get a higher high, low, higher high, lower low. So essentially these three upclose candles are our breaker block. And then we have a 1 hour provide gap. In addition to that, we get a 1 hour change in state here. So we have a lot of confluence on a higher time frame. We have our own model on a higher time frame. Like what can be better than that, right? What can be better than our model on a higher time frame? In addition to that, the fair value gap within our model gets tapped into during our New York AM session, during macro, right at a market open. And for me, I don't trade right out of market open. I trade the macro time frame, so 9:45. So me, I'm personally waiting because from my experience, whenever the market opens and it's a big rally in the opposite side of your drawn liquidity, and so obviously your drawn liquidity can be wrong, but today I was pretty confident in it because of the higher time frame being bearish and our bearish unicorn model. So I kind of knew that price would drop to my drawn liquidity here. So as soon as price kind of just got away from there, I knew that we were filling in this imbalance. We are filling these imbalances. We are gonna grab higher like buy side liquidity here. And I knew that we were going to reverse after grabbing this sort of point of buy side liquidity because we were in this little gray box here is our 1 hour fair value gap for this higher time frame unicorn model. So because of that, I knew that we were going to drop sooner or later. And in addition to that, we have a 5-minute SMT, right? Yeah, a 5-minute SMT. In addition to that, we get, if we zoom into the 1 minute, a lower time frame unicorn model. So you can kind of see it more clear here. Market opens at 9:30. We push up. What are we doing? We're grabbing buy side liquidity. We're filling in these imbalances before we can make our final push to our draw to our to these 4-hour lows that I marked out, which was my take profit. So we push up higher. Now we're in this 1-hour imbalance, and now we also make a 1-hour unicorn model, right? High, or not 1 hour, 1 minute high, a low, make it higher high. This is also when we put on our SMT. Whoa, why is this breaker block all over here? We put on our SMT, and so now then we make a lower low, and so now these 3 candles are our breaker block. This is like the same thing as the 1 hour, right? You can literally see it. It's the same exact thing. We have our 3 up close candles, breaker block, 1 minute for value gap. If I showed you these 2 things and I didn't tell you which one was which, you wouldn't be able to tell if this was the 1 minute or the 1 hour, or if this was the 1 hour or the 1 minute, right? Like, these are like the identical things. So that's why I think it was so easy for me to have won the trade today, but I just didn't end up doing that. And a large part of that, I don't know. I was just thinking about a lot of things. My head was just all over the place. I honestly don't know why. I wish I could go back, rewind, and kind of feel what I was feeling as to why I didn't enter at a good spot today. Like, so the reason why, I know you guys are probably wondering why I entered here. So I'm gonna guess it was some sort of FOMO, because I saw my unicorn model form. I saw the 1 minute for again the breaker block happen, but as soon as I saw the change and stay on the 1 minute, and I saw that failure swings on the 1 minute for price to push higher into our internal imbalances, and then once that 1 minute down close candle closed and kind of gave us another breaker structure, that's where I entered. But obviously that's a case of FOMO. I should be waiting until the breaker block in 1 minute fair value gap is formed. Now, obviously, after I enter here, my stop loss is also way too tight. If I want to enter here, maybe I at least put it up to this high. This would obviously give us terrible risk to reward ratio, but maybe just don't enter prematurely, right? So now price pushes up, takes us out, and fills in this imbalance. And at this point, I'm like, damn, that sucks. But I know that my trade isn't invalidated because we're respecting this internal imbalance and we're respecting that unicorn model, right? This is essentially where we're at, and we're just still kind of respecting it. So sooner or later, I know price is going to drop down. So that's all I'm waiting for. All I'm waiting for is an indication that price is finally going to drop down. And that indication happens when we get this 1 minute inverse fair value gap after the respection of these highs here and this internal imbalance. So after we get that 1 minute inverse, yo. Sorry, I lagged. So after we get that 1 minute inverse fair value gap, that's when I enter again. And there was nothing much to the second trade. This was just a re-entry of my first, which was a solid re-entry. I like that I re-entered, and I was confident enough to re-enter. But the bad thing here was trade management. Now, I know price hit my take profit, but like I said, I only hit partials today. Why? Because as soon as price takes out this low, also before this, I have to tell you guys, if you guys traded today, obviously NQ was lagging like crazy, bro. NQ was lagging crazy. ES was dropping really smoothly, really cleanly. Price was just a lot cleaner on ES today, and I didn't know this, but thank you, someone in my a member named Blends told me in the Discord that NQ is the stronger pair. So obviously when we're bearish bias, when price is kind of heading to the downside, it's easier to trade the weaker pair because it's going to have a better time. It's going to have an easier time dropping in price, and that the weaker pair is ES. So that maybe potentially be a reason why ES had a better setup. Or not a better setup. NQ had a great setup. I just didn't enter at a good spot. But ES had better price action today, much cleaner price action, because NQ was just lagging behind. And because of that, as soon as price takes out these lows, I de-risk. My stop loss at this point is right here, which is fine, right? That's completely fine. De-risking is fine because I wasn't going to take partials. I was just going to hold the trade. So I de-risk, and then once price takes out another low, that's when I move my stops to break even, right? Completely fine. This is where I messed up. I should have kept my stop loss at break even, because I see we make a 5 minute fair value gap. We have this 5 minute order block. We have a 5 minute change in state here. So price is fine. Like price, it's going to be really hard for price to just take off and break this order block before we hit our draw on liquidity. However, like I said, NQ was lagging, and when ES takes this low before ES takes my take profit. So this is at this point at 10:24, ES takes the low, and as soon as ES takes a low, right, I move my stop loss right above that or right below, I don't know why, at this random swing low, and that's obviously right below that 5 minute fair value gap area and right below that 5 minute order block, which is extremely dumb. And then let me measure out my fib. Yeah, which is that's right at equilibrium. That's right at equilibrium. So obviously price can retrace back there before taking our draw drawn liquidity. I was really confident that this low would have been taken, so I don't know why I was trailing my stop loss. I should have just kept it at break even. Wow, bro, that hurts. Like, today was easy. It was just easy, simple. I was just thinking way too hard. This past week, I've just been over analyzing, I feel like. And so yeah, I started to put my stop loss there. Obviously, price takes me out, drops back in, and takes our day drawn liquidity. I'm about to crash out, bro. I gotta stop looking at this. All right, yeah, I gotta stop looking at this, bro. Yeah, this just I'm there, man. It's just close, bro. But I just don't. Today was just a bad performance by me. I mean, I guess we all have these days, but hopefully I can learn from this. I'll move on. I've had the problem of being able just trailing my stop. I have to put at break even, or if I just took partials, then maybe I would have kept my stop loss at break even, and then we wouldn't have this problem. But again, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yeah, nothing much else. Just a poor performance by me, but I mean, it happens. Hopefully you guys did better than me. I think I know what the problem is though, which is, and that's the best part, is knowing what the problem is. I'm gonna try to fix it. I think my problem is I'm overcomplicating things right before market open. I'm analyzing a lot of things. I'm thinking that the market could push up higher. I'm thinking about that the market could push lower. I'm marking out too many things, and I just have to keep it simple. Whenever I see my model, which is a unicorn, SMT within the macro, a market maker model would be a pretty good confluence, which is, we also had that today. That's when I trade, and I did trade that today, but I just didn't do it correctly. I just didn't do it well, so that was my main problem. But hopefully you guys saw and learned a little bit about this trade recap, because I definitely did. Hopefully tomorrow we get some pretty good price action as well, and I actually take advantage of it instead of being a dumbass. But thank you guys for watching. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Next trade recap, I'll be back. Hopefully with a better video, a win. But yeah, other than that, nothing much else. God bless, stay safe, and hope you guys have a great Thursday. Take care.